Hey guys, what is up? It's Kat here. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me. I have been so looking forward to this. We are about to get into House of the Dragon episode 2. As you guys know, I thoroughly enjoyed last week's pilot episode of this first season here. It brought the nostalgia. It brought that Game of Thrones vibe that I needed to fill the void that has been within my soul since the original series concluded. I thought it was the perfect introduction. Already did a lot of great character development even within just the first episode. Contrary to the way we all know Game of Thrones operated, while it focused on a lot of different characters and families and plot points and storylines, there were like 50 different arcs going on at once in that show. This first episode here definitely channeled more of an internal look at the Targaryen family, but I do have a feeling that the second episode is maybe going to bring in some new key players, or at least show us a little bit of a political fallout or ripple effect following Viserys announcing Rhaenyra as his heir. That's what I'm expecting to see. They made it very evident that not all of the lords were so willing to pledge their fealty to Rhaenyra. Some of them definitely reluctant to bend the knee. And I also want to see what Daemon gets up to now that he's essentially been expelled from his family here, especially by his brother and whatnot. So I'm curious to see if he's going to be making any moves himself. So without further ado, let's get into it. They brought the theme this week! Ooh, it's bloody. Oh man, it's real. I can't believe this is happening. Yes. Oh! Ew.
Four ships have now been lost. The last one was flying my banner. The Stepstones have now grown into a conflagration, yet you sit here and dither about court business.
If you've something to discuss, Lord.
I want to know what is to be done about my ships and my men.
The king's own brother has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Daemon has squatted there for over half a year without even a protest from the crown.
I'll caution you, Lord Callers.
You have dragon riders, father.
She's like, whip out the big guns.
Send us.
At least the princess has a plan.
At least.
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
He just gets worse and worse,
Why don't
doesn't
you
he?
take the princess?
The Dragon Lords, the highest of the nobility, lived here. This was the Enobrion,
Oh no.
where the blood mages worked their craft.
No. I don't like this.
You do have such an easy way about you, Your Grace.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you? I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
Yeah, she'd be grossed out.
I'm glad we could meet.
I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep.
Do you have a specific course of action to propose, my lord?
Join our families. Wed our daughter Lena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses. With the Targaryen dragons and the Valyrian fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the crown's strongest days are ahead.
You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
Hopefully it's not that 5-year-old girl who was at the tournament. Ugh.
The maggots will remove the dead flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
I do fear what Rhaenyra might think.
What does it matter, Your Grace? Her mother has passed. Her father must propagate the royal line.
You are the king, but I do not envy you.
He's such a weasel. She's literally 5. Oh my god.
It would be a great honor to join our houses as they were in Old Valyria. I would give you.
She's like, what on earth?
Lena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you?
Of course it does.
Whether it's to my daughter or to someone else's, your father will remarry, sooner than late. His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you.
They denied you, Princess Reece. Queen who never was.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Lord Corlys Balarion has offered the hand of his daughter, the Lady Lena.
And that she will enjoy your company, as I have, Your Grace.
Stop flirting, no!
Very kind.
Thank God. Somebody interrupt this.
Atroxio sintroro massitas, exis news, masso gendona, lodicio e lot upidas.
Scorgidosos et risa dromon tomepso uliroti rilaudixo.
Daridoros daimon sicia sidas e glivzeus.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of old Valyria. Her Grace is with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle.
My brother wishes to provoke me.
The realm is watching, Your Grace.
What would you have me do? Send him to the wall? Perhaps I could put his head on a spike.
Daemon has seized Dragonstone, has surrounded himself with an army of gold cloaks, and has now stolen a dangerous weapon.
Scorriodromon, you apes. Scorriodromon, Daemon Leitas.
Dromon idrotso iles daridoros. Daridoro belo matsumbile, iderente encono.
I will go to Dragonstone and drag Daemon back to face justice
Your
myself.
Grace. My apologies, Your Grace, but I cannot allow it. It's too dangerous. Will you see the king tonight?
If you wish it.
Ah, let's go!
Welcome to Dragonstone, Otto.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, and leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserion.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a lumber's farce. And what of you, men of the City Watch? Aiding the prince in his treason?
The king made me their commander. They are loyal to me. You've come for the egg. Here it is.
Are you mad? To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
What the? Oh! Plot twist! She's like out of my way.
Capt nucha inazet ristoro, kesu ugleisa, luon zombaz mi anuchon isa. Kepus?
Io se la fosse euro da or.
Drossodari ohi ikida.
In Valarion Orion da or.
Sekedje sut nuchon vronkron, dromon laudigon ao belvitas.
Pipo zadr zombie mazum pilo vule, konir nucho ruho subtailan.
Sekelat.
Vasilari tubi.
If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me
So do it.
I'm still kind of rooting for him. I don't know.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed. A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
I have decided to take a new wife. I intend to marry.
My best friend?
Alicent Hightower.
Whoa.
Before spring's end.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
Ugh.
Rhaenyra.
But unlike the Targaryens, we were no dragon lords. For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea when I ascended the Driftwood throne. I knew what I wanted, so I went out and seized it. Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth. We're both men who have had to cut our own way through the world. You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones.
Some Mirish prince is feeding Westerosi sailors to the crabs.
The crab feeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities who wish to see Westeros weakened. I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts.
I will speak for my brother as I wish. You will not.
Our worth is not given. It must be made.
All right, I'm just gonna say it. This show is absolutely killing it so far. I freaking love this. I love everything about it. I love that there's already so much great drama. Everybody's already at each other's throats. Like, yes, let's get to that juicy Game of Thrones, just cut throat. Everyone wants the Iron Throne. Nobody's afraid to hide it. Everyone is just going for it. Like, literally, I'm torn because that was not cool for Daemon to steal Balon's little egg, but I'm still kind of rooting for him. I don't know, and this final scene here totally solidified it. Like, he's not bad. He just makes some ballsy choices, but I'm still kind of rooting for him, and I don't ship the king with his 15-year-old bride at all. I hate that, I hate that, I hate that. We'll see. Obviously, it's still early. I obviously don't like the Hand of the King. He's a weasel. I don't like him at all. But I'm curious to see the conflict that ensues here, you know, kind of brother versus brother. And but this is just the dragons, and they're using them sparingly, but they're just coming up at good times to remind you, like, this is the Targaryens in their prime. She just literally took the dragon out like a 16-year-old would just take the car, you know? So yeah, I'm glad that it has so far not been oversaturated with dragons in any way. If anything, you know, I want a little bit more. Like, they're using them very carefully for perfect, opportune moments. I already love this show, I really do, but I do appreciate that while it still captures the OG Game of Thrones nostalgia, it's not a direct, like, carbon copy. Obviously, different story, different time period, different characters, but still the Targaryen family, and still just that good old, you know, royal, the drama, just everything, the fight for the Iron Throne. I do really like that this show has all of that good Game of Thrones energy, but it does feel new. It does feel like something different. So I feel like I'm more excited for next week now than I was even coming off of the introductory episode. Once you get into it, that's when it's just like, the Game of Thrones cliffhangers that, like, are notorious, really just, like, I'm ready for them to be back. So let me know how you guys enjoyed this week's episode here, and I can't wait to see you guys next week for episode 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have been doing so well as always, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.